Hello, my name is Greg Lehman. Welcome to Moonbeams. My guest today is Dustin Brookshire. How's it going?
It's going. Thanks so much for having me today.
Absolutely. This is amazing. JD's the man at introductions, and I'm really grateful and excited that we could connect today. So, jumping into questions here, Dustin, what is most exciting to you about poetry at the moment?
I have two things that are really exciting me right now. So I co-edited with a fabulous poet named Julie E. Blomeke, Let Me Say This, a Dolly Parton poetry anthology. And it came out in 2023. But last September, we got to go to New York City. Poetry Well did this fabulous event at Joe's Pub, had Broadway stars sing and read poems from the book. So they're singing Dolly classics. It was recorded, but it had been embargoed for a while, and we were just able to release it this week. So it's been really exciting to share that evening at Joe's Pub with Broadway stars, reading poems from the book and singing Dolly songs. And so that video is available on the Let Me Say This social media. The anthology is on Instagram and Facebook. So it's been quite exciting. It was really hard to not be able to share the link for so long. And then collaboration has really been exciting me. I've been doing a lot of collaborative writing. I invented a form called the contoured villanelle, and so the contoured villanelle takes the end word from each line of an existing villanelle, and so it matches end words in the same order to construct a new villanelle. So basically, you're just writing to those end words as someone else's villanelle. But I've been collaborating with those, and I've written numerous with Denise Duhamel, Beth Gillis, and Carrie Troutman. They're all fabulous writers, and I just never thought of myself as a collaborative poet. When we lost Maureen Seaton, who was a friend of mine, it really pushed me into collaboration because I always wanted to write with her. And now she's no longer with us. And so I never have that chance. So I just said, fuck it. Ooh, hope that's okay. I swear. I'm just going to ask everybody and anybody. All they're going to do is say no if they don't want to do it. And I've written with some other people, but Denise, Beth, and Carrie, we have written quite a number of contoured villanelles together. And it's been a lot of fun.
Amazing. So much to celebrate and be grateful for there. If I can pull that thread a little bit, your sign off too refers to Dolly. Like it's and you've written about Dolly Parton in your poetry before. Um, there aren't many songs more heartbreaking than Jolene. I'm wondering where Dolly Parton enters your interest and your art. Like where's that come from?
When I did this anthology with Julie, I had not written a Dolly poem before, and I was really worried that the book was going to come out and I couldn't have a Dolly poem in it. And then it finally happened. So the poem that's in the anthology is Dolly at the Fox Theater 2008 was the very first Dolly poem that I wrote. And then after that, the floodgates opened. Like there were just things from my past. I find she works well with me talking about family, mainly because of just like the angelic, generous person that she is, compassionate and loving, and growing up Southern Baptist and queer. Those two things don't go together for most people. And so being able to contrast some of that experience with the light that is Dolly has been really helpful in my writing.
I love that. That's so great. Well, cool. Thank you so much for sharing that. And kind of dovetailing from there, which poets were the most impactful in getting you to become a poet?
I remember in high school, I think it was my senior year, reading Anne Sexton's Her Kind. And again, I think that really spoke to me as a queer person, a closeted queer person, of course, growing up in Little North Georgia. But I was like, oh my God, I want to write poems like this. This woman is amazing. And so I really just dove into studying Anne Sexton. And then did my undergrad at Georgia State University. I'm a public policy undergrad, but I did a lot of English classes. And I took Intro to Creative Writing with a poet named Beth Gillis, who is the Villanelle Queen. You must read Villanelles by Beth. And she really helped my writing. I called everything before Beth Gillis and after Beth Gillis, and just really directed me to ways to study independently since I was not, going to be a creative writing major. And she introduced me to the work of Denise Duhamel. And I fell in love with Denise's work, specifically Kinky. She gave me a copy of Kinky to read. And it was because my high school teachers were saying, you can't really write about pop culture and poetry. And that's what I was really trying to do. Right. It's so weird, right? Like when you think Frank O'Hara, all these different poets that we studied in school who were actually doing it, but they're telling you, no, you can't do that. Um, and so she gave me Kinky, and I just fell in love because my writing was suffering in a way because I was fighting against what I wanted to do. And so my writing was suffering because of that. And I just madly fell in love with Kinky. If people don't know, Kinky is all Barbie poems, came out in 1997. It is a fantastic book, very smart. Denise is just an amazing human and great, talented writer as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I smile because, tell a poet not to do something, like watch what happens. But I'm also curious about because you do Barbie poems as well. You explore that space. If you could share a little bit more about that too.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been obsessed with Kinky, and I guess most things that Denise Duhamel writes, I just think she's supremely talented that I don't know how each book keeps getting better. Like out of all that she's written, I'm like, how do you do that? But I wanted to pay tribute to Kinky, and it had turned 25 a couple years ago. So I messaged her and was like, "Hey, I want to write this tribute, but I'd like you to write something for the book because I know everybody is going to be like, this gay dude is just stealing your stuff, Denise," which we can copy, of course. Um, so it's really all in tribute to her. So I have a chapbook that is all Barbie poems paying tribute to Kinky.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then if you could change something about how culture views poetry today, what would it be?
Can we get family members to stop asking me, did I get paid when a poem gets published? No, I think my more serious answer would be I wish poets were more of a household name like fiction writers are. Like, you know, I have family, they don't read a lot, but if I say John Grisham, Stephen King, they know who they are. But, if I said A. Lamone, who, is famous in the poetry world, they wouldn't know who that is. Like, just to have that name recognition for some of our, famous poets would be really cool to have that.
Excellent, excellent, and agreed. Well, cool. Well, let's jump into the word association here. Just gonna fire off 10 words your way. And yeah, this I love doing this. And yeah, just whatever comes to mind is fair game here. You ready?
Okay, I'm nervous, but I'm gonna do it.
Cool, cool. Nervous is good. All right. Summer,
Spring,
dessert,
red velvet cake,
desert,
hot.
music,
Dolly Parton
time,
goes by too quickly.
lake,
House,
sweat,
I do it too much.
share.
Do you believe in life after love? Sorry, people, for singing. I just couldn't help it.
Loved it. Yeah, loved it. Share forever too. Forget
Me not.
and hope.
Oh, we need a lot of it right now.
Oh, love it. Okay. You did great. Thank you. Cool. And then you said you have your favorite line right here.
Yeah, a friend of mine, a poet named Emma Bolden, Google her. She's amazing. She sent me, I'm going to hold it up. She sent me some books as a gift. And this one is Your Mother's Bear Gun, and it's by Corey Williamson. It's from River River Books. You should check them out. They're doing a lot of great work. Um, and I've been reading it, and then I had that moment of panic where I was like, oh, I have homework for this interview. And this poem came to mind since I've been reading this book. And it's a few lines from Corey's poem, and the poem's titled A Brief History of Preservation. And I'm going to read towards the end of it. Some tasks are small and easy graces. The way the lupine cups the rain in its sleeves all day. The way my sister taught my grandmother before her mind went. Two new ways of expressing herself. Fuck and I love you. Now hold
Amazing.
it again.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. You said that they're a newer press, correct?
Yes, the this Emma was so sweet and sent me, I think there are four books that they published in 2025. They've published Lauren Camp, who is also a fabulous writer and state poet laureate in New Mexico. If I got that wrong, Lauren, don't shoot me. Um, yeah, they're doing really great work.
Awesome, awesome. And then before I forget, so if you could timestamp the Dolly Parton event, when did that happen? Because I know I'll be sharing this at some point, but just want to make sure we get the date right.
Yeah, it was September 2024.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Very
Yep.
cool.
We only got to share it this week, so.
Amazing. Alrighty, and then for yourself, recent upcoming publications, points of focus that you have in your creative work.
Yeah, my chapbook Repeat as Needed just came out in May.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
With it's Harbor Editions, which is an imprint of Small Harbor Publishing. They're such a fantastic press that they've published three of my chapbooks. So I've actually switched from publishing with them to volunteering with them because they're so amazing. But it's a collection of all emulations, clapbacks, or inspired by. So poems, there's some poems inspired by Maureen Seaton, Denise Duhamel, Beth Gillis, Andrea Gibson, who we also lost recently. There's a poem that they inspired, and I had a lot of fun with it.
Outstanding. And where can people buy that?
If you go to smallharborpublishing.com, they have a link where you can purchase, that way. That purchasing it through the website, through those links, does support the press the best way financially. So they get more revenue to keep their doors open. So go to their website to purchase.
Perfect. Well, Dustin, this has been a gift. Thank you so much for everything you're doing, and looking forward to what you do next. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.